So let our adventures begin right now. Sit comfortably and I'll tell you how you can join me on this special land. Travelling by magic, we will arrive on the sand. So let us now count up to 5 as Barley is waiting for us to arrive. What we're going to do, we're going to find out how Barley and Jack find some treasure on the sand at the seaside. Okay, let's find out what they do. So this is called Barley the Bear and the Pirate's Treasure. Are you ready to come with me back to Port Island so we can see what adventures await Jack and Barley Bear? Take my hand and I will take you there. Let's turn the page. There they are, look. They're just about to dig up some treasure. So here we go. Barley and Jack walked along the shore. Jack had sand up his nose and all in his paws, for he loved to find a stone so big that he could bury in sand and have a good dig. 6 months have passed since Christmas time, when you sat with me and heard the rhyme of Barley and Jack and the Christmas sleigh, and how the two friends saved Christmas Day. Jack, stop, wait, what is that? Barley exclaimed as he looked at the sand. There, poking out, was a shiny thing. Help me, Jack, Barley started to sing. Jack jumped forward and started to dig, moving shells and stones and old bits of twig. At last he came to the object he saw, and Jack turned it over with a sandy paw. There in the sand was a coin that was gold. It didn't look new, it seemed very old. It's pirate's treasure, said Jack with pride. Yes, it is. They've brought their loot to the island to hide. As the two friends dug, more treasure they found. They put it on the sand and created a mound of coins and gems and a golden crown. Jack turned to Barley with a low growl and frown. We better take this treasure away. Pirates will return to dig up one day. And I'd rather we weren't here when they turn up, or there'll be no Barley Bear or Jack Russell Pup. Barley nodded his head. If you bring Barley here, then you can have a little feel of him. He's very friendly. There, you have a little feel of Barley, look, and there's Jack. There we go, they can sit with you now, and they can listen to them all about their adventures. We better take this treasure away. Pirates will return to dig up one day. And I'd rather we weren't here when they turn up, or there'll be no Barley Bear or Jack Russell Pup. Barley nodded his head. Then we better go back. To carry the treasure, they found an old sack. Lying in seawater, they pulled it in and filled it with treasure right up to the brim. Dragging the sack with teeth and claws, they pushed it with noses and pulled it with paws, until away from the beach they had come and were now in the forest away from the sun. They continued along a flower-strewn track, heading for home went Barley and Jack, until at last they reached Jack's home, a big log cabin all on its own. Jack said to Barley, I'm going inside to show Mum and Dad this treasure to hide. Barley nodded. I'll go home too. My Mum and Dad will know what to do. And with that they parted. Each went on their way until tomorrow for a brand new day. On entering the cabin, Jack barked at his mum, who looked at her dog and said, Goodness me, what have you done? His mum couldn't believe the sight that she saw, shiny gold treasure all over the floor. Jack Russell's family gathered around, staring open-mouthed at the treasure he found. We need to find a place to hide all these gems before we see these pirates again. Then Jack's dad looked towards the floor and opened up the cellar door. And into the potato store the items slid, and amongst the vegetables the treasure now hid. And so the treasure was now safe in a very strange hiding place. That's Barley. That's Barley Bear, and that's Jack. Barley went home and told his dad of his day with Jack and the adventures they'd had. Mr. Bear looked concerned and went on to say, Barley, you better take me down to the bay and show me where the treasure was found, for we'd need to check all the way round. The two bears walked through the dark quiet wood. Mr. Bear led the way as a good dad should. Barley happily followed him all the way until they reached the shore of the bay. Barley, stop, Mr. Bear suddenly said, and in his tracks he stopped dead. 4 shadowy figures walked up the sand. 2 had shovels held in their hands. The pirates are back, up their loot. To warn the others, we must shoot. Arriving at Jack's cabin in the midst of the night, they banged on the door until they saw light. Jack's mum was surprised to see them both there. She called her family down from upstairs. Awakened from sleep, they all did gather to ask Mr. Bear what was the matter. The pirates have returned. They're now on the shore. We must lie in wait and we must guard the door. For once the pirates see the treasure's not there, they will want to find it, and exactly where. It won't take them long for them to see that your cabin's the place that the treasure could be. The family were busy securing the house. They hid in the darkness as quiet as a mouse. Mr. Bear lay in wait behind the front door, ready to pounce on the pirates with a great mighty roar. It wasn't long before footsteps they heard. They all held their breath. They didn't say a word. The footsteps became closer yet. How much nearer would they get? They soon found out as the door. And get out there and get your name known. So, children's parties or whatever, I can read some books and do some readings.
Cornerstone Trust, the school she goes to, she has all authors coming every year.
And what school's that?
That's Moncton, but the whole group is called Cornerstones.
Cornerstone.
Cornerstone Trust.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They have a lot of authors coming every year.
Oh, that's brilliant, because the kids love it, don't they? So if I give you that, so that's me, Sarah Fiona Harrison with the com. And it's my name is just Sarah Harrison, there we go. I'll give you that, my lovely, thank you very much indeed. So, and what's your name, darling? Ray, that's a beautiful name. Well, I'm Sarah. And as I said, that's Barley and that's Jack. So let's see about them going to the circus. Let's see what they get up to, shall we? So this story, and it's all in rhyme. So this one is called Barley the Bear Goes to the Circus. So hello again. Are you ready to come to Port Island for more fun? I'd like to know how our two friends are. Let's get started, as the island's quite far. Here they are, they're on the island. Little boat there, having a little bit of fun. The last time we met Barley and Jack was when they took the pirates' treasure back to the police, who locked it away until its owner came along one day. Summertime had finally come, for Paulet Island was drenched in sun. Daylight lasts the whole day through, making sleep at night most hard to do. So bedtime had passed, it was the end of the day, but Barley and Jack were still out to play. For you and for me, the moon would be high, but even at night, the sun's in the sky. The two friends were playing at the lake with a boat, when coming towards them was Graham the goat. Around his neck was a collar and bell that told his family all was well. But if the bell they could not hear, it gave them warning that trouble was near. Graham had exciting news. Not a moment could he lose. To tell his friend the latest thing, he had rushed to find them the news to bring. Have you heard what's going around? As my page gets stuck again. Till it's live. The circus is coming to our town. Barley said, a circus? What is that? Can you tell me about it, Jack? Jack told Barley about the flying trapeze. There would also be tigers, lions and chimpanzees. Barley's eyes widened as Jack finished up. His friend was a rather intelligent pup. Jack always listened to family chatter, which taught him about the things that matter. Science and maths and history too. There was a great deal that his canine friend knew. Oh, I wish we could go, said Barley the Bear. Is there a chance that we could get there? I don't see how, Graham replied. We'd need someone to sail us along on the tide. Perhaps your family could take their boat. We could hide on board, said the goat. Maybe we could, Jack replied, but we'd need a special place to hide. The next day dawned sunny and clear. Barley was excited. Circus day is here. The three friends scurried down to the shore, where Jack's family boat was moored. Jack Russell did not like to swim. Don't worry, Graham, I'll carry him, Barley said. Hop on, Jack. And his little friend jumped onto his bigger friend's back. Once the three were on board the boat, the bear, the dog and the little goat tried to find a place to hide, when the perfect spot at last they spied. Some fishing nets in the corner sat. That might do, what about that? Squeezing behind the nets they did, until all three were very well hid. After a while, Jack's family arrived, sailing the boat away on the tide, and for the whole journey the three friends stayed behind those nets, sat in the shade. At last they came to Frogmore town. They realised this as the boat slowed down, and came to a stop at the harbour side, where Mr. Russell the boatman tied. Aha, here we are at the circus. There's the ringmaster and the chimpanzees. Once the family had left the boat, Barley, Jack and Graham the goat jumped ashore to go and see tigers and lions and chimpanzees. It wasn't long before the three saw a stripy big top with a flag flying free. Eager to see the chimpanzees, they looked for a gap into which they could squeeze. Around the back they finally saw a big enough gap to act as a door, and through it our three furry friends went into the stripy big top tent. Entering the tent they finally realised being watched they were by three pairs of eyes. Hanging in front of them from one little tree watched three hairy baby chimpanzees. "I'm Peanut, I'm Molly, and I'm Perkins," they squawked. "In this magical world even chimps can talk. Have you come to take part in our show? Quick, here's the ringmaster, we really must go." I need a page turner, don't I? But oh goodness me, the friends were caught up, the bear, the goat and the Jack Russell pup, by the ringmaster as he cracked his whip. Into the ring they went, quick, quick, quick. The audience clapped as they all went in to the big top circus ring. Barney and Jack stood unaware that Jack's family was sitting there. They couldn't believe what was in front of their eyes. Their Jack Russell pup, what a surprise. The chimps were chasing this way and that. They jumped on the ringmaster and grabbed his tall hat. Quick as a flash, Peanut then bounded over the audience, who were quite astounded. Followed by Perkins and Molly too, Barley and Jack just knew what to do. They followed the way that Peanut had led, chasing through legs and climbing on heads.